Hey guys, my name is Siege, and today I've got something that I've been dreaming of since I started this channel, the perfect 2x2 snowball base. Over the last couple months, I've been deep diving base building once again to learn all of the new metas. Along the way, I discovered a YouTuber who is absolutely crushing it right now. His name is Erebus. His bases are next level, and one of them, the Erebus 2x2, caught my attention. So I hit him up, and together we worked to create something even better. Today, I'm excited to introduce the Viking. The Viking is a 2x2 snowball base built on a single TC with 4 supporting externals that are completely optional. So even if you get TC bombed, you can still set this base up without a problem. It's packed with features, including a shooting floor with some of the best peaks into your compound, a roof with endless peaks and towers to stop any raid, a starter with a spiral staircase bunker for that early game strength, an open core with storage for up to 8 players, and a whole lot more. If you're excited about this build like I am, then do me a solid, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future content. And let me know in the comments what you think. If there's something you love or maybe something you'd change, drop your feedback. It helps me improve and bring you even better base designs. So no more talking, let's go ahead and get into the tour of the Viking. Alright, so here we are outside of the Viking. As you can see, we have 4 externals. Each of these are bunkered and each of these are disconnectable. Coming over to the external here, you can see your upkeep for 24 hours. Coming over here, all we have to do is build out with a triangle and 2 squares, then place a roof, and it will disconnect your externals. This is the same on all 4 sides. Coming inside your gatehouse. Here, once again, we have some great peaks to the outside of your compound. Fantastic for those pesky door campers. Coming inside your compound here, we have turrets on each of your 4 gatehouses, a super nice furnace wall to keep those raiders out whenever they blow through your compound walls, and some fantastic compound bedrooms. These bedrooms look behind your furnaces outside of the base whenever the walls are blown. This forces the raiders to move into your compound to peek you, so it is a great angle to have. Of course, there's additional loot storage here for your kids. Additionally, there is a battery storage spot here if you'd like to use it. Coming inside here, once again, we have the same peaks that we have on our gatehouses. These are entirely optional. Feel free to seal them in. And as you'll notice throughout the base, there are plenty of battery spots. Feel free to honeycomb these as well. I just wanted to leave it open to show you all the options. Okay, moving around to the first floor. As you can see here, we also have bedroom spots. There are 4 of these on the first floor. Once again, feel free to honeycomb these in if you'd like. Over here, we have some great peeks out into our compound. And of course, a brutalist peek into our gatehouse. Okay, over here we have the entrance to our core. And here we have our open core. So as you can see, there are 2 loot rooms on each side of this open core, and there are exits up into the roof bedroom on the other 2 sides. Of course, those exits from the roof are guarded by the 2 turrets on each side, making it very hard to drop down from the roof. Going over to the starter here, you can see that it is protected by a spiral staircase bunker. This is super great. The raider will not be able to do much with this angle here. To break the spiral staircase bunker, you simply come down here and break the wooden triangle there, and it will open the bunker. Here we are in our starter, plenty of loot space for a 6 to 8 man group, and plenty of bag space as well for 6 to 8 people. Coming back upstairs here, we can go ahead and jump up into our shooting floor / inner peaks. Kind of serves the same purpose. Throughout this floor, you'll notice there are plenty of windows. All you need is a small box, and it gets you some great peeks to the outside of your compound with great head protection from raid towers. Coming over a little bit, we have these peaks down into our compound. It's perfect for if those furnaces get blown during a raid. You can simply hold these angles. Coming up a little further here, we have some nice peeks into the outside of our compound. And of course, looking back towards the base, we have some roof peaks. Coming over a little further, we have some bedrooms here. These bedrooms, of course, look down into your compound, have the same loot storage for all your kits, and have some nice peeks back into the bottom of your base. And last one, here we have one more bedroom. This one, of course, has peaks down into the bottom of your base as well as a retake point for your shooting floor. Additionally and optionally, there is a ladder hatch here that drops down to the bottom of your base. Feel free to leave this out if you feel that it weakens it too much. On each side here, there's a jump up that goes into the top of your base. Again, another roof peak here. And as you'll see here, there's a peek in from the bedroom tower. This way you can retake your jump ups if there are raiders sitting in them. Coming out here, we have our roof. We have tons of great angles on this roof. Brutalist peaks everywhere that we can. And here we have our waterfalls down into the compound from the roof. These waterfalls are of course protected by the turrets that sit under our shooting floor. These turrets have a great angle as they can cover the inside of your shooting floor and inner peaks, as well as your roof. As this is the easiest spot to hide, there has to be a turret there watching it. Here you have bedrooms on each side again. So 4 towers on the base. Here this one is a vending machine spot. And each of the 4 sides has loot storage as usual. This one has some great peaks down into your compound using WIDEGAP. And of course, more peaks. Last but not least, you have your roof bedroom spawn. You can use this as simple roof loot storage if you'd like. I choose to leave it like this though, just for additional spawn points. So that is the tour of the Viking. Let's go ahead and get into the build. All right, let's go ahead and build the starter for the Viking. So we will be using stone as our building material, and we will start with a 2x2. On the end here, we're going to place a triangle foundation and 2 half walls, then wall this in. Okay, at the front here, we're going to do a triangle airlock and seal this in. Go ahead and place your doors down. They're a little bit more secure. Let's go ahead and get our TC down. We'll go in this back right corner here. And we can go ahead and place our door frame if you'd like. In this case, I'm going to be using storage barrels back here. You can place them just like this if you'd like. There's no real way to do this perfectly. Just like that will give you 4. Here we'll want our double door facing out. This will make it easier to place our spiral staircase bunker, just like that. Over here we'll do a half height loot room. Use regular boxes for this one, just like so. And we can place this door facing in. In this back corner here, we'll place our tier 1 workbench. To the right of that, we'll place all of our furnaces. And in the middle here, we can go ahead and place all of our sleeping bags. Plenty of space for the whole team. So that is stage 1. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 2. All right, here we are outside the starter. Let's go ahead and get stage 2 going. Place 2 triangle foundations here, and we'll go ahead and wall this in. Floor on top here, and we can place a double door frame here and put furnaces in this corner. You will still be able to place your spiral staircase bunker through the wall above these furnaces, so it works out perfectly. Here, you have the option to place a full wall if you'd like, or if you want peeks into your open core later on, feel free to place a window. It is entirely up to you. I would not place this unless you have a window BP though. Seal this in. We'll come up here. And on the other side of the base, we'll go ahead and make our jump up. So we will place our 3 triangle foundations, wall here, and jump up here. Then go ahead and seal in the other triangle here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and turn on 2-sided symmetry, as the builds on both sides of the base here will be the same. We're just going to go ahead and quickly honeycomb it in. Just like that. So now our base is a little bit more secure. Let's go ahead and get stage 3 started. All right, here we are for stage 3. In this stage, we're gonna go ahead and get our externals done. So off of the honeycombed bits here, go ahead and place a triangle foundation here. And we're gonna place triangle foundations just like this with a raised one at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over into twig. I'm gonna go out with 3 squares from that triangle foundation, just like that. 3 squares. I'm gonna delete the foundations going back. I'm gonna place more foundations just like this. And 1 square at the end here, deleting this triangle. We can go ahead and go back with triangles just like this, and a triangle here. Now we're gonna put our TC down, so we're gonna go out with 1 triangle and 3 squares, just like that, with 2 triangles at the end. This is where your TC will go, so we can go ahead and upgrade it. We are in 2-sided symmetry, so it has already built this on the other side of the base. Now let's go ahead and make the other TCs. So starting at the front airlock here, and if you can tell on the other side, this is the jump up side of the base. We will be doing the same exact thing due to 2-sided symmetry. I'm gonna place foundation here, and we can go ahead and upgrade these. And we're gonna do the same exact thing we did on the other side. So I'm gonna go out with 3 foundations. Delete these going back. Go back with a half moon and 1 triangle. And then 1 more square at the end, deleting that triangle. All right, we go out with 2 triangles, 3 squares, and 2 more triangles. And just like the other sides, this is where your TC will be. Perfect. Our base is now secure. Our building spot is now secure. So let's go ahead and move on to stage 4. All right, here we are back outside the Viking. We're gonna go ahead and start stage 4, which is the ground level defenses on the base. So on each side of the airlock here, and once again, we're in 2-sided symmetry, so it's gonna be the same on the opposite side. We'll do triangles on the left and right. Squares here. I'm gonna place 1 more square here, just like this. This will be the same on each side. Then connecting these to these circles over here, just like this. So your foundations on each side should look just like this. And last but not least, on the airlock up here, we're gonna place 2 foundations just like that. So this is what the finished footprint for your base should look like. Moving on here, starting on these circles, so these 6 triangle foundations, we're gonna place half walls here, and walls on top. And you could seal these in if you'd like. Remember, you could place a ladder hatch here if you want. That is entirely up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and place my roof triangles here. And I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade these to Brutalist. If you have turrets, this is a great time to put your turrets down right here to give you that first floor defense. And on the left and right hand sides of this early game breach peak, we're gonna go ahead and create some bedrooms. So we will seal this in just like this. We can have this wall facing out or in, doesn't really matter. And we're gonna seal this in. So we can place both our beds back here and our locker right here. Toss a door on that. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side here. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the airlock here. So we're gonna go ahead and honeycomb these triangles to the left and right of the entrance. You can also use those for battery spots. It's entirely up to you. I prefer not to though. And on the entrance here, we're gonna place a door up front. We're gonna do 2 half walls on each side. Place a triangle floor in the middle there, and we'll seal this in. And last but not least, I'm gonna place a window. Make sure you place that inner double door frame as well. So 2 doors here. And coming outside here, we're gonna go ahead and delete the half walls on each side and replace it with lowered walls. The last step here is if you want to get some early game power going, you certainly can. All you need is some solar panels. In this case, I'm going to use 2. Depending on where you are in the map, you're going to want to have them either north or south. In this case, I'll be having them north. You'll simply use one singular root combiner here, and you can connect both these to that combiner. Any battery that you have so far, whether it be large or medium, place it in one of these honeycomb spots on the side of the base. And with this done, we can go ahead and seal this in, just like that. Okay, now we're gonna have a switch here, and we can use 2 E branches for now. So we will connect the power from our root combiner here. All right, we'll run that power output into this switch, the switch into each of the E branches, and then we will set those E branches to 10, and we will connect both of these E branches to our new first floor turrets. And just like that, you now have turrets that watch the bottom of your base. So let's go ahead and move on to stage 5. All right, so in stage 5, we're gonna go ahead and build our core of the base all the way to the roof. So I have been in 2-sided symmetry here. I'm gonna toggle it for right now, just so I can build a jump up on this side. We're gonna place a wall here, window here, door frame there, just like that. Place a door on it. At this point though, I would recommend that you start using garage doors as they are much more secure. With this done here, I'm gonna go ahead and add a horizontal embrasure there, and I will switch 2-sided symmetry back on, so we're building 2 sides of the base at the same time. Add a half wall here, 2 walls just like that, and we can seal that in. Replace a floor triangle here, wall frame here, and coming up top here, we can place walls on both sides. Floor all the way on top, and then a door frame here with the floor on top, just like that. All right, coming over here to the turret sides, we're going to place walls just like that, and a wall on the right hand side if you're facing to the inside of the base. Wall frame there, and let's go ahead and create a loot room here just like this. Guys, also, I'm just showing you where the boxes go. I would not recommend putting those boxes down until you have this stage entirely complete. In the middle here, we're gonna do half walls just like this. And now we're gonna go ahead and place some ramps. So on the window sides, this goes for each side. We're gonna place the ramp facing the wall, just like that. And now on the jump up side, we're gonna place the ramp facing in the same direction. Super easy. We're gonna place a floor on top of this one, a triangle floor on top of that one. That way we could put our boxes just like this. And coming inside these loot rooms, we can place boxes here as well. Okay, coming back up top here, facing in this direction, we are going to add double door frames here and here. You can place them here if you want as well, but we're gonna hold up for a second. We're gonna seal this in and place triangle floors on top. Here we're gonna create our loot room just like so. And you place your door frame there so we can get 3 more garage doors on this side. All right, we are almost done now on the open core part of the base. Here, this is where your jump up is going to be. So I'm gonna place 2 walls here, half wall there, and 2 double door frames just like that. Now up on the roof, we can go ahead and seal this in. Place a floor here as well. Place 2 walls just like this, and we'll do the same here, creating the half height floor there, and we will seal this in as well. If you do not want this jump up here, don't feel that you need to put it in, because there will be jump ups on the side of the base. You can obviously seal this if you would like and turn this into a loot room if you so desire. That is entirely up to you. All right, on the top of the base now, we're gonna put 2 door frames here just like this. And on these sides of the base now, we're gonna place half walls with floors on top. And windows just like this, and we're gonna seal this in. So now your base is pretty built up. Last step in the middle here, if you would like, you can also place down additional turrets and wire them off the battery that you placed earlier. Just additional strength, and you can also place turrets on the roof here. That's entirely up to you. I would just recommend putting more solar panels on the center of your roof and routing them down to that battery if you decide to do so. So that is it for stage 5. Let's go ahead and move on to stage 6. Alright guys, so here we are. We're going to go ahead and start stage 6 of the build. Here we are at the exits of the base. So first and foremost, above the door here, we're going to place a half wall and a low wall. And on the rest of this square here, we're going to place half walls just like that. You can place a floor there as well. And then we will place windows on top of that. Just like that. I'm going to place walls on the rest of the floor here. Just like so. And now from the top here, you start at this door. We're going to go ahead and place our floors. Alright, on this side here, we're going to place our walls, a window here, and a low wall there. And now we will place floors as well. We can seal this in. Here, we're going to place our wall frame, and we're going to create a little turret pod here. Entirely up to you if you would like to use it. Alright, on the side here, again, we are building in symmetry currently, so this is going to be the same for all the squares on the base. I'm going to place frames just like this, half walls on top, low wall, floor on top of that. We're going to place windows on top of these with a door frame facing in and a roof on top. If you have them, I would do horizontal embrasures on the two sides just like this, and a vertical embrasure in the middle. And then I would place a ramp there in the center to help get those angles. Alright, we've done this one. We're going to do the same exact thing on this side, on this other square. And of course, make sure you toss doors on these. Okay, coming over here to the bedrooms we've set up. This is essentially going to be the same thing. We're just going to put a floor here and a doorway there. And you can have a ramp facing in right there. And we can go ahead and do horizontal embrasures on the sides and a window facing out. Just like that. On the rest of the floor here, so looking at our bedroom, we're going to place windows here and here. And you're going to want to do horizontal embrasures here with the embrasures facing in. I'll show you why later. Same thing on this side, window here and here. Horizontal embrasures facing in. If you want, you can go ahead and add your petricos in these spots. Okay, looking at the turret pod part of the inner peaks now, we're going to place a single door frame here with hard side facing towards the base. We're going to do full wall here and here, half wall here, and another doorway here, hard side facing in the base. Now over here, we're going to place a floor triangle. We're going to place a half wall there, a low wall here, and a half wall there, just like that. Now we can place frames here and here. Seal this part in and half wall there. That is what this should look like. You go ahead and place your doors in these spots. You can go ahead and seal in this shooting floor now. Perfect. All right, that is stage 6 of the base. Your base is now defendable. So let's go ahead and do stage 7, which is the compound setup. All right, here we are outside the Viking. Let's go ahead and get into stage 7, which is the compound build. So off of these gatehouses here, we are doing the same thing for each external on each side of our base. Nothing changes. So we're just going to go ahead and upgrade these. And we will upgrade this triangle. Do not upgrade the rest yet. Coming out here, I'm going to place a foundation. I'm going to wall this part in. And we can place floors on top just like that. I'm going to delete all of the rest of these twig foundations. And now we will go ahead and bunker our external here. You do not have to bunker this if you don't like. However, if you choose not to bunker it, I would recommend that you do half walls here, and then 2 garage doors right here. That is entirely up to you. I am choosing to bunker it though. So I will grab my regular square foundation here and I will place it just like that. That should work. The trick to this is ensuring that that top right part of the square is pressed into the wall and that there's just a little bit of a gap here down on the bottom right. All right, let's go ahead and test this. So the bunker works. So let's go ahead and place our floor frame off the top. This is a little tricky sometimes. I have to hop up top to get it. And coming over here to the entrance, we'll go ahead and place a window and a door. We're just basically forming our airlock, and we will go ahead and attach this to the external. And now let's go ahead and verify that this works. So we're going to build out with 2 squares and roof at the end. If you've gotten this far, it means that your externals work and you can disconnect them. So you can delete these foundations and you are good to go. Right, coming inside here, we'll go ahead and finish this airlock. All right, on the left and right hand sides here, we're going to place a half wall with a full wall on top. Half wall on top of the door frame there. And we can go ahead and seal that part in, same right there. Now I want to go ahead and make this distinction now. On the sides of the base, where there is this drop down bedroom with peaks back into the base, we're going to do the gatehouses just a tad bit different. The only thing different is that on these triangles here, we're just going to place half walls just like that. There will not be an additional wall here, only on these sides of the base. Just like that. Floors right there and windows right there. We can go ahead and add our additional double door frame there with a door going in. Then on the outside here, just make sure that you demolish these half walls and put these low walls in. Just like that. Coming up top here, I'm going to place my roof triangle. I'm going to upgrade that to Brutalist. Same thing on the other side here. Coming to the other gatehouses here, we're going to do the exact same thing that we just did on the other side, except for those triangles that I mentioned, and I will show you when it is different. Alright, so now we are on the breach peak side of the base. The only thing that's going to differ about these gatehouses is that this one is sealed all the way in on each of these triangles, as opposed to how it was set up on the other side. That is the only difference. Go ahead and upgrade these. Alright, so our gatehouses are essentially done. If you have power now, I would absolutely go ahead and throw turrets up here. And now we're going to go ahead and get working on our compound bedrooms. So this is one of the parts of the base that is a little tricky, but we are going to build with symmetry, so don't worry. Alright, this is the easiest way to remember it. So wherever the triangle is on each of the 4 sides of your base, you're just going to put a triangle in that, a square there, and then you will always put a triangle towards this peak up here. So the square that has the peak on top of it. Now we'll go out with 2 squares and triangle on each side. I'll go ahead and delete this. And here I will just add a wood foundation. You can choose to leave this stone, doesn't matter to me. And you can obviously build it like this if you'd like, but this is just the easiest way to remember it and not mess it up. Coming back here, we're going to place another triangle foundation at the end and wall this in. All right, on each side here, we're going to place half walls, the 4 inside, half wall on top. And lowered wall on the bottom. And here you can put barrels just like this. This will be the same on all four sides. And place your windows just like that. With your horizontal embrasure, go ahead and face them in. And in this back corner here, you can place one of your 4 batteries and put a door in front of it. If you choose to do this though, I would absolutely upgrade these back walls here to sheet metal. Alright, we will go ahead and place a double door frame there. And at this stage, you are good to go ahead and put your beds in here. Last but not least, we're going to do 2 more windows just like this. I'll show you why in just a second, with horizontal embrasures on it, or vertical embrasures on each side. Alright, so this is what it should look like. Now let's go ahead and do the opposing side here. So same thing, we're going to place our triangle here in that corner, square there. We're going to place a triangle on the side of that peak. Then we will go out with 2 square foundations, triangle at the end and on each side. Coming back here, we're going to delete this and place our wooden foundation. And we're going to do the same exact thing that we just did on the other side. Alright, and now that all the compound bedrooms are done, your compound should be looking just like this. So with that done, let's go ahead and place our furnaces. We'll go ahead and start on the breach peak sides of our base. So we will place our furnace right here. Just try and get it to the edge of this gatehouse triangle on the right. Just like that. And as you can see, that gives you plenty of space inside your compound to move. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side here. Awesome. All right, now let's go ahead and place our walls for these. So we're going to grab our wooden or stone walls. We're going to face them in, and we're just going to clip them into the sides of the bedrooms and the gatehouse, just like that. Perfect. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side that we just placed. Awesome. Now the breach peak sides of your compound are done. Let's go ahead and move to this jump up side of your compound. These are a little trickier, so we're going to place from this back part here, try and line it up with that little segment on the window over there where it is currently lined up, and the corner of the foundation over here, just like that. Coming inside here, you'll see that you have more than enough room and it forms a furnace wall, which is fantastic. Go ahead and place a wall here. All you got to do here is just try and get the corner on each side. There is no specific method to doing this. And that is good enough. Now we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just like that. All right, compound is done. Now you can simply add your barricades on top of your gatehouses, just like this. This will be the same on all sides. And it might get a little trickier on top of the bedroom, so if you have any issues, just try and build a triangle off where you can and place the other one. Just like that. That is stage 7 of the build done. The base is really coming together and you are super defendable now. So let's go ahead and move on to stage 8. All right, so now with stage 7 done, let's go ahead and move on to stage 8, which is just essentially getting our towers and our turret pods up on the roof, as well as those turbines. So we're gonna go ahead and do wall frames here. We're gonna go up 3 floors, just like that. We'll place half walls on top of those, a triangle floor here with a turret on it, and a regular floor here. And you can place a double door frame there facing into your base. From the ground, we're going to place more double door frames going up 4 high. just like that. And now we will go ahead and do our half walls here, just like this. Windows and a wall on the back. We can seal that in. Now you want to go ahead and place your barrels here as well as your horizontal embrasures, and then you can place your beds as well. Coming outside here, we're gonna go ahead and get our turret pod set up. So we're gonna do 4 frames, a floor frame there, triangle on the back with half walls here. Go ahead and get our turret in there, half walls on the rest of this, and then seal it in. And of course, we will place our turbine up top here. It's the same on each side, so this is the side that has our entrances to the base. All right, moving over to the breach peak sides of the base, we're gonna go ahead and build up just like this, and we will stop once we see this lowered wall where we get this peak down in. We place this floor just like that. We're gonna do the same exact thing that we just did on the other sides of the base. We're gonna go up at wall frames. And we're gonna create the same bedroom that we just did over there. All right, with that bedroom made, we'll come up top here and set up our turret pod the same exact way that we did on the other sides of our base. Perfect. Now we have 4 turret pods on our roof, some hidden turrets to cover our shooting floor and the blind spots on the roof, and we have 4 batteries worth of power. These turbines run directly down into those compound bedrooms. Now, if you don't like the amount of security that these batteries get, feel free to upgrade these. And if you really want to upgrade them, feel free to upgrade this top roof to armor and then seal this in with stone. We'll make this a much more expensive raid just to get those batteries. That is it for stage 8. Let's go ahead and finish up the base in stage 9. All right, here we are back on the roof of the Viking. Let's go ahead and finish up the base here in stage 9. So starting on this side here with the ramps, we're gonna go ahead and place wall frames to the left and right. Lowered wall here with a floor on top. Jumping up here, we're gonna place some triangle floor frames here and doors here. Place a double door frame here with a floor on top. All we're gonna do now is place roof triangles just like this. Make sure that those doors open out so you get some cover on the sides there when you take this wide gap here, and then add your doors in there. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and do the tricky parts of the shooting floor here. So I'm gonna start on this side. Facing the square here, we're gonna do a half wall and a window. We're gonna place a regular roof on top with 2 triangle floor frames off of each side. Make sure that you use either metal or brutalist here or it will not work. Place a window here and here. Go ahead and add whatever embrasures you'd like. And off of this jump up side of the base, we're just gonna do a regular roof triangle just like that. And now over here, we're gonna do something a little different. Down here, we're gonna add a half wall that faces out. Should look just like this. Floor frame, just like that. And here we're gonna add a triangle floor frame just like that with a roof triangle that faces towards the base. Now, if you can't tell, this will become our waterfall, just like that. And you can jump down into your compound. That is exactly what it should look like. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, with both of these done, our waterfalls are now working down into compound. Let's go ahead and finish the base here. All we're gonna do is add 2 regular roofs here and here. And that is it for stage 9 and for the base. Thank you guys for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this base as much as I did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more Rust base designs. While you're at it, go check out Erebus's channel as well for even more awesome base content. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.